Hey everyone, this is Matthew from the Daily Trade. So we're going to go ahead and get started just in a moment here as we are live and we have to make sure that everyone in the Daily Trade is set up to actually join in. So I'm going to go ahead and give it about a couple minutes everyone, and just chill out for a bit. Right. Just give me a couple minutes here. Still waiting for people to load in. Just want to make sure anyone that has joined, we are still waiting for people to join in from the Daily Trade, our Discord chat. So just hold on a minute. We want to make sure people are in so that they can get to asking questions when we go along here. All right, so this is our first trading watch list of 2020, and it is going to be a good one. All right, still giving it a minute. All right. So it looks like people just got the notification of actually coming in. So we're going to wait for that just to load in a bit. Hey, Germ, if you are in this live trade talks, we're going to be in the YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and join there. Yeah. So first thing on the watch list for tomorrow, we're already going through this real quick. We are looking and going back to the basics without any indicators, and I was just looking through this. I went back to candlesticks, and I saw something on FedEx that I wanted to share with everyone, and it's pretty interesting when it comes down to it. We had a huge drop in the morning of Tuesday down to 149, and it doesn't seem that big. But when the candlestick opens at 149.21, it turns into something. And it came back up into an ascending triangle. Sorry, not ascending triangle, but a bullish pennant. And what we saw at the end of the day, and I didn't see it until actually today, was the actual breakout on the 15-minute, pushing higher and about to break this 151.18. So tomorrow I'm going to be looking at FedEx, actually going into the rest of the day. This one's going to be a huge one on my watch list. And also seeing that it broke out on the 30-minute and going to push higher, we could see a potential break again into the 152 area. So that's where I'm looking at. We also have, it looks like from the main chat, people were talking about Roku and Facebook. So I'm gonna go back about that. That was T-Flow. And then Eric, I'll get to yours in a bit. Let's see, Roku. So we have Roku. I have it on a 30-minute. I don't see much potential for Roku tomorrow until about midday. We could see this breakout, after possibly, yeah, actually, you could see it break out in the morning. And this is going to be huge potential as well for, you're going to see Netflix, Disney. We have to be watching those as well. And watch those for the breakout. And on the 1 minute, you had the little breakout at the end of the day. Let's see extended hours. I know everything jumped up extended hours after the S&P 500 rose $2 towards the end of the day. So that's something that we want to look forward to. Roku, I would stay close to that, watch it, and be ready to actually enter a contract, because these are going to be the ones that are going to be making you money in the morning, and just pushing higher. All these are pushing a lot higher than they should be at this time. Though you should be able to follow the market and not just stay behind. If you see that the market is pushing higher tomorrow and you didn't even enter at the beginning, then you're chasing. And at that point, you shouldn't even be trading at that time, because you're going to be losing out. Depending on where you're actually seeing the charts move, you want to make sure that you're not chasing and trying that fear of missing out. So that's going to kill you in the long run. Facebook. Facebook was a really good one for people to buy yesterday. And I know Eric, I believe it was Eric that actually bought it. Let me check real quick. Who bought Facebook? Yeah, so Eric took a Facebook signal from the daily trade chat. It was on the sweep signals. He actually took it and bought it at a pretty good point in the day, and actually is going to see a good turnaround for him tomorrow. And let me check this on the 30-minute, because I know it was really good on the 30-minute. He had some good points that actually you could break in the morning. And good job to you, Eric. You did a good job of actually doing some due diligence, looking at where the market's at, and seeing that it possibly, hopefully you actually looked at it before entering. But that was a good breakout that you saw. And potential to actually get in at that sweep, that was great. And getting in at the perfect price. Let me turn on these, because sometimes I get mixed up. My MA, not that one. So these are all my indicators, and I can actually show you guys a video of me setting up my trading view and anything you need. So just to help you get successful and just being out there. So on the TDT alerts, though, we did get a call signal right here, actually. So looking at the 30-minute, if this thing breaks out tomorrow, it's going to jump up above the 34 MA, and it's going to jump above your breakout point right here and push higher. So possibly 207. You might see it break there, but it's very unlikely to see it even past this 34 MA very, very later in the day. So if it doesn't break this early in the day, then we're going to see it drop again. But there's a lot of confirmation here that it's pushing higher for tomorrow. So Facebook, We already have Roku. We have, let's see, Facebook, Roku, and FedEx. So, and let's see what else we're looking at for tomorrow. Shopify is a big turn on shop. So. Now I want to see it push past this 400 level, though we had a huge downturn on Tuesday, which makes it seem like it can barely even hold this level, and it doesn't have enough confirmation for me to actually get in. That's why I want to wait for the price action to come in on Thursday to see where it's going, because this thing can easily drop depending on where the options are, and I could see it drop back to this level at 395. And if it drops this level at 395 and it holds right here, this thing will bounce. But if it continues to drop, we're dropping down to the 392 level and continuing down. But we're not going to see that really unless it passes here. So, and if you have anything to add, go ahead and comment. I can also get back to you. If you are in the daily trade, I can get back to you later on in the daily trade. So we want to make sure that when we're trading tomorrow, we have confirmation, even though it seems like it's a rally, and there most likely will be a rally tomorrow just because of where the markets are at. We want to make sure that you are doing your due diligence. You're making sure your resources are good. Your charts, you want to make sure that you have a plan. Okay, I'm going to get in at $300 for this contract and exit at 10% profit. That's where you want to be. You want to have a plan before you actually enter. And that's what you should always do. It'll be worth it in the long run. It'll help you as a trader, and you'll be able to, help others in the future as well. So I had FedEx, Shopify, and I had one more. I had Tesla as well. And Tesla seems like it would run up tomorrow, depending on where we actually move in the morning with SPY. So this candle scares me a little bit, though it could be an easy jump tomorrow with the market. This could just be a wow. So in the market tomorrow, if we see this jump back up and open at 419, this thing is going to be a runner just because of how close it is to the 34 MA and staying with this support. You could just see this as a hanging baby and just left behind. So pretty much you're not even going to see this be a huge, it's not even going to be a huge, what do you say it? Oh my gosh, mark for you. So this candle won't even matter in the morning if we open up higher. And if we open up higher, this move is going to be huge. Just because of the volume that's coming in, and we haven't had enough volume in the past couple of days to actually move a lot higher. You're going to see this push higher, and if we push higher, we're moving into the 430s, and that's it, because there's been enough trend to actually push us. We want to see this push higher, and making sure that we push higher is a huge one. So this candle doesn't even worry me right here, because tomorrow is going to be a different type of day. And new year, it's going to be a game changer. So let's see extended market. I'm pretty sure there's nothing extended market. Yeah, see, it was trading flash extended market, which there's probably nothing at volume. But still, you want to make sure that you don't get in a put and find out that, oh, why did it bounce up? Oh, because it was following the trend. And you never want to be against the trend. You want to be with the trend. And here, right here, we have a bullish pennant again, what a lot of stocks have had in the past day. So you want to just make sure you're following the trend, not going against it. Make sure to have a plan. Use your resources, anything that you can. Let's see. I know there was MO. I don't even know. What is MO? Altria Group. Never even heard of this. Does the thing even have enough volume? I do not know. And I just want to find out what the news on the MO is. No, not that. Altria. Yeah, what's really the news on Altria then? This was mentioned to me. I don't know. I don't really see much to actually go with it. Though I like your SPY play. This is from Eric, and Eric, your SPY play actually is pretty good. If you, sorry, you didn't get in Facebook. You actually got in, I believe it was SPY. No, it was Facebook. But SPY is a good play. SPY, if you bought in at where the call sweeps were, that was amazing. Those call sweeps came in right at the perfect moment. They came in right around here in this area to actually touch level and break that 34 MA level on the 10-minute and push higher into the end of the day. And look at that after hours. That after hours is showing you some good potential for tomorrow. And so tomorrow is just going to be an exciting day for everyone just because of the new year and all the stocks that you can trade. One I actually want to check up on is Delta Airlines. I believe they have their earnings this month as well. Not much movement. Nothing to see there. BA is a big one. That's the big boy right there. Wow, look at that push in the last 10. 15-minute even looks strong. 30-minute. Again, so kind of like this, where you see this actually want to come back up, this candle. You're going to see this, and it's almost like the one that we saw. I think it was, which one were we looking at? Tesla. If it's like this, the next day, oh, you expect to buy a put because it's going to continue down. Well, it's still at support levels, so anything could happen. And the next day, it bounced back up. So really looking at it, you want to make sure that you're not getting in a play and not being smart about it and seeing that, oh, this is at a certain level. It may not stay at this level or continue in the way I want it to be. So confirmation should be a big thing on your part. Now, does anybody have any recommendations for any stock they're looking at? I can go ahead and pull those up at any time. That's interesting. And I believe another one he's mentioned is Coca-Cola. Wow. Coca-Cola had a nice run up in the last part of the year. Oh, not a lot of potential for actual movement in the option contract, which I like to look for is the price action and getting into the momentum. I wouldn't really stick to Coca-Cola. If you really want to get into some stuff for tomorrow, I say Microsoft. Microsoft has some potential to move up again tomorrow. And I love how they always stick to their patterns. Microsoft has always stuck to the patterns that it shows, most of the time, actually. And Apple as well, because these two move with SPY, but not so fully that they're going to be as volatile as SPY. They're going to move with SPY in a way, but you can still base it off trends. And SPY, somewhat trends are there, but it's not always. And so just looking at Apple push up on Tuesday, seeing that it broke its linear regression in the upper channel, you can possibly see this break out to the 296, 297 area. And that would be extremely helpful to the rest of the market when SPY pushes up as well. So if SPY pushes up, you're going to see Apple push up above this 293.86 level. And so possibly tomorrow morning at pre-market, there's going to be a huge thing that's going to go down with the whole market. And let me check out PayPal. I got you there. New PayPal on a same thing. PayPal is moving with the rest of the market. You're picking up all the good stocks. That's where we're at. And looking at PayPal in a 1 hour, y'all, you're great. You're going to catch it at this level right here, at this resistance, the 108.10. And if you grab a call here, you'd be set in the morning for a call. I wouldn't even be worried if you actually got a call in the morning. Let's actually look at those real quick. Hold up. Let's see. I would probably grab a January 10th call just because it's next week and you don't want to get crushed by anything. 108 call, that's a good one right there, actually. 386 on that volume. Let's check that. Open interest. Okay. It's a delta. Delta is 55. Theta is 6. What? Why is it theta? It's interesting. Let's see. The last price was 136. Huh. I like it though. So looking at that, you see PayPal. PayPal is going to be a nice runner tomorrow if you get in at it. Imagine going that to 109.60 or even pushing higher. There's a lot of potential for everything in the market tomorrow. I'm not even worried about anything to move higher. You're going to see it consolidate again. See right here, you're going to see it bounce back into this channel. And if it consolidates, if it pushes higher, you're going to see it bounce up here because it's been waiting. And you have all this volume at the end of the day. That's a perfect time to actually jump in. And you already see it right here. That thing already jumped up. And look, this is a perfect channel of just straight consolidation, support and resistance. Like this thing lines up so perfectly, it's not even funny. This thing is actually great. Man, Eric, you are doing great on these. For tomorrow. No problem. That's a good one. So I see that we're having shop, Tesla, Roku. I'm gonna type them in the chat so someone can see it. Roku, Facebook, PayPal, and I think we're only gonna see runners for tomorrow. Let's check out Snapchat real quick. I didn't even see Snap. Yeah, so Snapchat had that call. I went on StockTwits on Monday night and called it out, and I was like, all right, so this thing is going to be a runner if, just talking about in general, Snapchat just needs to get bought out or find they're going to get bought out or they're a perfect long hold, and that's because they just have so much revenue. They really don't have any expenses besides just getting just the customer acquisition cost, which is really nothing. And look at that, just that run on it on, I keep thinking Tuesday's Friday, but Tuesday. Look how amazing that was. And this thing can even push higher if it continues to do so with the rest of the market tomorrow. You'll see this thing actually push higher into the 1680. So all these are really great. I would actually keep your eyes on all these. These are going to be great movers for tomorrow. Boy, are we going to be set up for tomorrow. So you just want to look at high volume ones, ones that are perfect setups. Nothing more really. Somebody said S-Bucks earlier, and I wanted to see that just for them. Another potential gainer. Starbucks. So Starbucks, Microsoft, Snapchat, PayPal, Facebook, Roku, Tesla, Shop. You are not going to be underestimated by the market tomorrow. You're going to have fun. Oh boy, is it going to be fun tomorrow. I'd probably stick around BA for a little bit. BA calls long term would probably be a nice runner. But we have to make sure that, I mean, getting them in at a low, let's see, back in was it November, that was a huge jump into the 360 level from the 340. So buying some calls at the low. This is where we were at last time. Let's go into the daily. You can see them easier in the daily. Like this potential at the bottom right here at this channel. The potential of actually coming back up is very high. And so buying very cheap calls on VA, not a bad idea. Seeing a bounce on it, that's very true. We could actually get one. And I don't know how people don't see this already. Actually, let me check for BA sweeps real quick. I wonder if we got anything. Oh, we did get something. We got a 117. So there's an expiration on January 17, 2020, 335 strike. Wow, that's actually a pretty good strike. 340, so premium. Let me check out those contracts real quick, since we're already here. So we're looking at VA. January 17th, that gives you enough time. That's a perfect contract. 335. 1,000 in volume. Let's look at this delta. 32 in the delta. Okay. So those were bought at 340 yesterday. Yeah, they were bought yesterday, 5 minutes before close, pretty much. So wow, these things are ready to move. So I'll be looking at these contracts tomorrow. I'm going to be posting them in the watch list. I'll be posting them in my trade channel. You'll be able to see everything that we are trading. You'll be able to get the exact alerts if you join. There's just a lot that we have. We have the resources. We have the sweep signals. There's a lot that is to be made here. So let's see. These contracts are not that bad. This is a perfect setup for tomorrow. Not even tomorrow, sorry, actually just buying in cheap. Imagine seeing a run up again on these. You're going to see a potential run up. Let's see how they look in the candles. Yeah. That would be an awesome run up to a 370 level. And we're looking at the same support and resistance levels that we've had over the past 2 months. But if we get more BA sweeps in the morning, that's going to be a huge telltale sign of an actual comeback. And BA's just had a lot of stuff happen to them that, there's not much that they can do, but their stock is just plummeting. And we're going in between this level of 325 and the 370, 380 level that we can possibly push higher from this level, because we're already at the bottom. Like if we push any lower, that means the rest of the market has to push lower. Yet the rest of the market's not probably going to push lower tomorrow. We have to make sure that we're watching everything else as well. But other than that, the potential here is great, and it's a low risk, high reward probably just because of what might happen. So seeing that potential, we want to be on our eyes with everything that we already have here. Other than that, whoever's watching, you guys have the upper hand on everything tomorrow. We're looking at all these. If you want to look at anything else or post anything in the channel of the daily trade, go ahead. Other than that, we are also looking at, I'm going to put in one more real quick. Sorry about that. No, never mind. I'm not going into those. But except for Wells Fargo. So I was looking at Citi, but Wells Fargo. This on the daily itself has a great potential. So we already got those call sweeps already in, but on the daily, this is an ascending triangle. We want to make sure that we're looking at this just because of a bounce up on a daily. In a 30-minute, if you get a bounce up on this, you're going to see some potential to move up into the daily candle and push higher, because Wells Fargo has a lot of call sweeps, expecting a huge move. So let's watch for that as well. I'll post that real quick. Other than that, yes, if you do have any ideas, and go ahead and post in the main chat, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. All right, and anything else you guys might have, I'll be glad to take those questions in the main chat. All right, other than that, have a great night, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and stuck around to actually see where we might move in tomorrow's market. All right, have a good one, guys.